We have a massive New York Yankees update as the Yankees have officially been named favorites in the Juan Soto Sweepstakes, despite the fact that this could be a real bidding war that Hal Steinbrenner is afraid of, while also another New York Yankees target could be switching positions if it helps him move to a contender, and we're going to break this all down. So what's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here, and we're going to jump right into the video as we always do. But guys, also, if you could just take the moment to subscribe to Yankees Digest. We have 16% of viewers right now watching who are subscribed to the channel. If you're enjoying what we got, jump to the other side. This is where the cool kids are at. I wish I didn't say that. I kind of want to restart the video, but we're just going to push right through it, guys. As we all know, nothing is bigger than the Juan Soto Sweepstakes this offseason. It's one of the biggest free agencies in MLB history. It's right up there with Alex Rodriguez and Shohei Ohtani last year. And what we're seeing is Soto getting prepared to sign a contract that's well longer than 10 years and for more money per year than basically any player has ever received in their MLB career. This is about to be an all-time contract, and things are going to change based off the team that he signs with and the money that he agrees to. I really think that guy behind Juan Soto is just, his head might fully explode if Juan Soto leaves. But in all seriousness, Juan Soto being the biggest free agent is something that the New York Yankees are aware of, and they don't want to be the team that loses Juan Soto, especially when they're widely regarded as the team that gets the great free agents. They got Garrett Cole, they retained Aaron Judge. It's now time to retain Juan Soto. And look, man, as of right now, they are the team expected to do just that, as the New York Yankees are the favorites to sign Juan Soto in free agency at a minus 110, which is essentially a 50-50 odds. Excuse me. That's what you call a pick'em when it's between two teams. The New York Yankees are listed as some big favorites right here, though the New York Mets are not far behind them. Every other team outside of that is a bit of a long shot, with the Red Sox, Dodgers, and Blue Jays trailing them before way farther away teams such as the San Francisco Giants, Chicago Cubs, the Washington Nationals. You guys know where they play. The Padres, the Tigers, the Rays, and the Mariners. Teams that are not going to sign Juan Soto are also listed here, but it's really just the top 5 teams. They're the teams that have offered Juan Soto contracts, and it's very unclear where Juan Soto is going to go. I've been pretty vocal about the fact that I am always biased towards my teams, so part of me does think that Juan Soto is going to stay with the Yankees, though that's more my heart. My head keeps screaming he's going to go to the Mets, though I think it's going to come down to the Yankees and Mets like most people would expect. The Red Sox probably are not going to land him when they offer him less money. The Toronto Blue Jays are fighting an uphill battle off being the Toronto Blue Jays. And, well, the Los Angeles Dodgers, it just doesn't make much sense for Soto, a guy who seemingly would rather be on the East Coast of the country. It's going to be between the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, and that's just the world that we're going to have to live in until Juan Soto makes his announcement. Now, he teased his announcement today just to say he was partnering with Celsius, a seltzer brand, I want to say. But really, guys, it's going to be something I literally have to check my phone because I'm getting Twitter announcements. It has nothing to do with the Yankees whatsoever. It has to do with the Knicks. Also, not that important about the Knicks, so doesn't really matter. Look, the New York Yankees are in a position where losing Juan Soto would suck, and they absolutely can lose Juan Soto. It's something that is possible and something that people shouldn't be the most shocked about if it does happen. Now, Juan Soto last season absolutely balled out, as he has his entire MLB career. He had 41 home runs last year with 7.9 wins over replacement, which is just flat out insane. He was third in MVP voting, and I mean, look, the MVP was on his team. Everyone knew where it was going to go initially. It looked like Soto would be after the first month of the season when Judge struggled, but then Judge picked it up, had that unbelievable run, and Aaron Judge is the MVP. But Soto hit the most home runs he ever has in a season, had a .989 OPS, while his OPS plus was 178. Now, the average OPS plus is 100, and for his career, he's been 160. Juan Soto was flat out disturbingly good at baseball and only getting better as time goes on. He just had the best season of his life, and now he hits free agency. He knew when to show up and show out, and now the next team that has him is going to have him for the entirety of Juan Soto's prime. So it's going to be something scary, and hopefully it is the New York Yankees that are able to retain Soto. BetMGM believes they are, and BetMGM, in an article about this, discussing the Juan Soto situation, they said, according to MLB trade rumors, Soto is projected to sign a 13-year, $600 million contract this offseason. It's expected to be one of the more significant contracts signed in MLB history. And for comparison, Shohei Ohtani signed a 10-year, $700 million contract with the Dodgers. Obviously, it's a deferred deal, and with inflation and all that, it's not going to be worth $700 million. So Soto has a chance to sign the most lucrative contract in MLB history. The Los Angeles Dodgers last offseason signed him, and now looking before that, we saw Bryce Harper's 13-year, $330 million deal with the Philadelphia Phillies, entering his age 26 season in 2019. Soto made $31 million in his lone season with the Yankees after being traded from the Padres, so we're going to see Soto break the bank. He deserves to do it. He's that good, and he's one of the best players in the MLB, so we're going to have to see it. But that's not all that we have to talk about today. Yankees trade target Nolan Arenado has made an announcement on... Do I call it an announcement on his future? I don't know if that's fully the correct term here, but Nolan Arenado is open to playing first base for a potential new team, according to KD Wu of The Athletic. And this is going to be an interesting storyline, as Arenado's most likely going to get traded off of the Cardinals. The Cardinals have been struggling as of late and are really not put into a place to be contenders. And with that being the case, it is likely that we see Nolan Arenado get moved. He's happy to get moved if it is to a winning team. KD Wu kind of broke this down, saying that Arenado will turn 34 in April, and his offensive decline over the past 2 seasons concerns some in the industry. Though his defense remains superior per multiple league sources, he will also only be waiving his no-trade clause for an organization set up to contend for multiple seasons, like the Yankees. This should hardly come as a surprise, as Arenado has played in just 8 postseason games in his career and has been very candid about his desire to play meaningful baseball in October, knowing that he doesn't have the longest time left in his MLB career. Spent a lot of time in the Colorado Rockies, who don't have that much interest in winning baseball games. And now the Cardinals, who do have interest in winning, have unfortunately I guess not unfortunately for a Yankee fan. We frankly couldn't care less if the Cardinals are good or not. But the Cardinals have slipped, and because of that, Arenado is looking to be moved. Now, the New York Yankees are a team that could go out and acquire Nolan Arenado, and he could solve a few different problems for him. I mean, he could be a guy who they could trade for third base. And, yeah, he's open to switching to first base, but I don't see how that's worth it for the Yankees. Like, yeah, you get an elite fielding first baseman. Yay. I mean, dude, who cares? Like, honestly. Like, I don't care. I mean, look, his offensive production has slipped. Yeah, his OPS plus was up slightly above average, as slightly above average as possible. He's an 8-time All-Star in the 13 seasons he's been in the MLB, or 12 seasons he's been in the MLB. He's a 10-time Gold Glover, a 5-time Silver Slugger, and a 6-time Platinum Glover. Look, the guy is great at fielding the ball, so if the Yankees keep him, I would way rather Arenado stay at third base. Or if the Yankees trade for him, I'd way rather him stay at third base and have Jazz Chisholm move to second than go out there and get a first baseman who doesn't have to be that good of a fielder. Just make sure that... Well, hope he can bat lefty and make sure that he can absolutely crank that ball. That's what you're going to need if you go for Arenado, someone who has seen his offensive production take a dip over these last 2 seasons, as mentioned by Wu. And it is going to be something that's going to affect the Yankees, because then you're going to have a lot of good fielding in your infield, but you're not going to have a ton of good hitting between Anthony Volpe, Jazz Chisholm, who by no means is a bad hitter, and Nolan Arenado, who, I mean, is sort of average at hitting at this point in his career. Now, maybe playing for a Yankees team will help his hitting bounce back. I mean, we saw that with Jazz Chisholm. He got interested in playing again because he was playing meaningful baseball, and then his hitting went right up. But with Arenado, you can't say if that's going to happen or not. So I would rather, if the Yankees were to acquire Nolan Arenado, I would way much prefer if he stays at third base and then you go out and get a hitting first baseman. That would make more sense in my eyes. And also because Aaron Judge eventually is going to have to move to first base, as he's 33 years old, the same age as Arenado, weirdly enough. It feels like Arenado's way older. And in the next 2 to 3 seasons, we're going to see Aaron Judge transition to first so the Yankees can prevent losing that bat as long as humanly possible out of Aaron Judge, because it's one of the great, prime for prime, it's one of the greatest bats of all time, and the Yankees are trying to extend that as long as possible. So we're going to see what happens with that, and we're obviously going to break it all down once we have it all happen. So make sure to like this video and subscribe. Turn on post notifications if you're enjoying this stuff. You don't want to miss a video, whether it's from me, Ugo, or Kirk, or anyone else. You don't want to miss it. Guys, have a great day, and go Yankees, baby.